Justyna, here's the feedback on your question 5 from the paper 2 mock that you did recently. An excellent start with a great heading using an exclamatory. Here's all about the balance. Great start. And then you've gone straight in explaining that some students work hard both at school and at home, whereas some don't do the homework at all. Great use of semicolon here, and ending that first paragraph, introductory paragraph, with a rhetorical question, which is really good. You've gone on to relate an extremely interesting and well written anecdote about your time at school, with some good use of colloquial language here, hitting the pillows. I've just realised, unfortunately, page 10 hasn't been scanned in, but there's a great use of a 3 or a triplet in there where he said, I'd love to grab some fresh air, being one point, take a walk being another, and maybe meet a friend and have a chat about something apart from school. So that's good, another good use of a linguistic device there. I like your complex sentence series saying you should have enough time to develop social skills, get hobbies, learn to do chores, go through your first heartbreak and make your first mistake. So nice emotive language used here. Good powerful language used here. It's saying it's pointless and morally wrong, and too many people drop out at school running away from all the pressure. So emotive language again. And here you've gone on to suggest what could be done to improve the situation for students. Again, giving reasons to back up your points. And with a rhetorical question here with some powerful language. Why are we forcing our children to spend long hours on learning all these things, of which most are outside their interest? And a good conclusion to your essay. And then here, why not help children learn well what's interesting for them and make school a pleasant, productive experience? Good use of a rhetorical question to end on, leading the reader pondering on what you suggested. If we look at the mark scheme for the content and organisation for this question, register is consistently matched to audience and consistently matched to purpose. Well, all the way through you've been aware of your audience, who you were writing for, so it's been very persuasive but informative as well. You've used you and your quite a lot, so you're speaking directly to the reader, and you're fully aware of your purpose all the way through. Increasingly sophisticated vocabulary and phrasing chosen for effect with a range of successful linguistic devices. Again, you've clearly thought about the words that you want to use and used them to good effect. You've used several successful linguistic devices. We've got rhetorical questions, imperatives, rule of 3 or triplets, emotive language, direct address. I think here, where you said there's a reason why a typical workday is 8 hours long, it's the most effective period of time that an adult can spend doing the job. I think if you just said a survey shows, or Dr. So-and-so has said use an expert opinion, that would have given you even more marks, because you've shown that you're using the higher level linguistic devices as well. Then if we look at organisation, effective use of structural features. So you've had an interesting heading, and then you've done your introduction, which is a great introduction using a rhetorical question to draw the reader in. And you've had several paragraphs going through, and then you finished off with your conclusion. And consistently coherent paragraphs with integrated discourse markers. So again, your paragraphs are well, and although you've not strictly speaking used discourse markers, you have linked your paragraphs very well together using things like at a certain age, there's a reason why, what should be done, passing so much responsibility. So the words that you've used have linked your paragraphs from one to the other expertly. So I think this essay is worth about 19 out of the 24 possible marks for the content and organisation. So that's a really good score, Justyna, well done. So if we now move on to the technical side of your essay, the part that covers the spelling, punctuation and grammar. Okay, so if we go to the mark scheme for the technical accuracy, and if we look at the level 4, we've got sentence demarcation is consistently secure and consistently accurate. A wide range of punctuation is used with a high level of accuracy. I can't find any mistakes in your punctuation in here. You've even included semicolons, your commas are accurate, your apostrophes are accurate, full stops, question marks, everything seems to be spot on. Uses the full range of appropriate sentence forms for effect. Again, I've got no issues with the sentence forms. Your compound and complex sentences are brilliant, and you have included some short sentences for dramatic effect, such as here you said it worked quite well when you're talking about your system of doing your homework. I think there are one or two others as well. There is another one, but I can't find it at the moment. But anyway, yeah, these sentences are fantastic. Uses standard English consistently and appropriate with secure control of complex grammatical structures. Again, there's only minor, very minor issues. For example, here, passing so much responsibility. Here I would have said on to children to accomplish the education goals set by adults, or putting so much responsibility on children. So you're either passing it to or putting it on. But again, these are minor issues. High level of accuracy in spelling, including ambitious vocabulary. Again, I don't think there's any spelling mistakes in there. And extensive and ambitious use of vocabulary. So I think if I take 1 mark off for this couple of issues of grammar, it's going to be 15 out of a possible 16 marks for this. Justyna, I think you've done brilliantly well with it. Fantastic work, well done.